Hello everybody, Digfig here, and welcome back to another reactions video. Today we're going to be watching Assassin's Creed Valhalla Norse Mythology. I don't personally know a whole bunch about the mythology here, so I'm hoping I learn some stuff. I'm hoping we all learn some stuff. Let's see what they've got to teach us.
Hello, I'm Darby McDevitt, narrative director of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and this is an introduction to Norse mythology.
Norse Mythology.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla takes place in an era that marks the gradual transition from the pagan religions of old Europe to modern Christianity. In England, where most of our story is set,
I want to just listen to him, but like I also, if this is in gameplay
an era that
footage,
marks the gradual transition
the horse animation
from the pagan religions of old Europe to modern Christianity.
Used to do horseback riding when I was younger.
Where most of our story is set, the Christian faith has recently gained a firm foothold, but there are still many pagan religions flourishing. Most notable of these is the pantheon of gods worshipped by the Norse people who lived in the regions we now call Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. This eclectic collection of gods includes such figures as Odin, the All-Father and King of all gods,
love the name Odin,
Freya, goddess of love and battle, and Loki, the obstinate trickster. For all the Norse characters in our story, including our protagonist Eivor, these gods and the stories about them constitute a living religion. They offer comfort and wisdom to the men and women who take them seriously.
I love the butterfly effects they have going everywhere.
A living religion. They offer comfort and wisdom to the men.
I'm staring at this water effects right now. It's not bad, but something about it.
Women who take them seriously.
Where it meets the coast doesn't look right.
These were not gods who offered revelation or promised salvation. Similar to the Greco-Roman gods, the Norse gods were not paragons of virtue, nor were they beings to which anyone should aspire, for they were as changeable as the seasons and as unpredictable as the weather. In the Norse conception of reality, the world was broken up into 9 realms, with Asgard being the home of the most important gods. Accessed by a bridge of light known as the Bifrost, Asgard was the site of Odin's Hall of Slain Champions, called Valhall, or Valhalla. This was the final resting place of all warriors who died bravely in battle, weapon in hand, and whose reward it was to remain at Odin's side, drinking and warring until the coming of Ragnarok.
Those facial animations on those guys, that looks good.
At Odin's side, drinking and warring until the coming of Ragnarok, the battle at the end of time.
I hope those little scenes are as like hyped and interactive as they were the great feasts before battle and stuff. Oh.
As one might expect from a people who valued courage and honor, the Norse approached their gods somewhat bluntly. They did not pray to them asking for redemption. They bargained with them, making sacrifices for a stroke of good fortune. Where virtue and sin and redemption are hallmarks of the Christian faith, for the Norse sensibility, ideas like honor and reputation
looks like such a weird character.
But this does not mean that the Norse religion lacked notions of good.
Well, they've got snow deformation. That's a bonus, because everyone used to rag on Horizon Zero Dawn for not having snow deformation.
Or ethics. Through sources like the Poetic Edda, we can find, amid tales of debauchery,
that snow deformation, though, like,
greater sway.
So bad.
But this does not mean that the Norse
really
religion lacked notions
snow.
of goodness or ethics. Through sources like the Poetic
Edda,
how
hard
we
that
can
is
find,
to do,
amid tales of debauchery, deceit, and cruelty, passages of great beauty and common sense. In a poem called the Havamal, ostensibly written by Odin himself, we find this verse. The unwise man lies awake all night, pondering everything over and over, and when morning comes, his mind is weary, and his burdens have not yet lifted. Wise words from the All-Father, so do as he says and stop your worrying. Get a good night's sleep and rise refreshed, for the gates to Valhalla will soon be open.
Those are good words to live by, to be totally, not live by, but like to take. I used to do that as a younger adult, just non-stop able to think about a new game coming out and stuff. Ugh, and then I'd wake super tired and miserable and not enjoy the game. As I've gotten older, I have gotten better. Either way, there was some interesting knowledge in there. I mean, it was kind of a super, like, skimming the top of information. I was hoping for a little bit deeper because, like, I understood most of that stuff, like how they treat their gods and all that stuff. I was hoping for a little bit more in depth, but we shall rebel against them, trying to convert us from our paganist ways. In Valhalla, I have a good feeling. Either way, everyone, hopefully you enjoyed watching this with me. I can't really say reacts video. It's just like a info thing that I felt like watching and sharing with you guys. So do all the YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Dig Vig out! Game comes out shortly. If you're watching this later, it's already come out. Don't know if it's good or bad yet. It looks good. Looks like one of the better Assassin's Creeds. We'll see.